Hello and welcome to week 1, lesson 3 in the Be Bold Academy. We are so glad that you are here. I'm Amanda Catherine Roman. I am a wife and a mom of 3. I've got 3 little ones under the age of 5, a newborn about 4 months old. And I am an entrepreneur and a health and fitness coach. And I love helping other people discover their best life and becoming healthier and happier along the way.
And I'm excited to be here with Amanda. I'm Lisa Pizik. I am living in Ancaster, Ontario, Canada. I am a mom to a 2-year-old. I'm a wife. I'm a nurse. I'm a trainer. I'm a fitness business owner. And I'm also a Beachbody coach. And we're excited to be chatting with you today about personal development.
Absolutely. This is, I think, the really big key to success for a lot of successful business people and leaders the world over, really. And we are glad to be here to talk about it from an entrepreneurial standpoint. So, Lisa, can you tell us just a little bit about the benefits of personal development for your business as you're building a bold business of your own?
Okay, so I got to keep it real with this one. Before I was a Beachbody coach, even though I currently own a fitness business and I am an entrepreneur, I did not even understand. I had no idea what personal development was. Totally thought it was like the self-help after a breakup, section that you want to hide and you don't want anyone to see you, pulling those personal development books off the shelf. There was such a stigma attached to wanting to make yourself better. Because I think sometimes we think in the back of our mind that's admitting fault. You're like, okay, well, if I want to make myself better, then there must be something wrong with me. And I don't think that that's the case at all. Because if you actually break it down, personal, I love that, personal, because there is so much stuff out there. You Google personal development or self-help, you're going to get 50,000 hits in 0.5 seconds. So you have to find what or who speaks to you. And I can share that Brendon Burchard, I love that man. I will follow him till the ends of the earth. His energy, his messages, they just speak to me. I will read and do any course, any book, any webinar, anything he puts out there, because that is the guy that speaks my language. I've read a few other things and it just didn't jive with me. And that's okay, because I think you got to get through it to kind of find, almost like we were talking about in lesson 1 and lesson 2, you got to kind of find what speaks to you. So personal, I love that, personal. And then development, you're doing it because you want to be a better version of you. And I can share, no word of a lie, if you ask my husband, when I first opened my fitness business, I was afraid to answer the telephone. I kid you not. People would call asking, wanting to know about my fitness classes and my boot camps. And I'm like, and I'm just I'd hand the phone to Eric and I'd be like, I can't, no, you tell them all about me. And he's like, babe, it's your business. It's Lisa P's Quick Fitness. It's your business. It's Lisa P, Beachbody Coach. You need to tell them about you. And I was so afraid. Because of my upbringing, and I won't get into all of that, but just past labels had me thinking that I was a certain kind of person. Mm-hmm. And now I can tell you, a year and a half later, I'm reaching out to people left, right, and center. I just approach a whole bunch of fit pros, fellow people that some people might see as competition. I don't look at it as that. And I'm like, hey, want to get together? Want to have coffee? Want to chat? Want to meet? Mm-hmm. It just broke that mold, and it just broke those barriers of I am who I am. I have a story to tell. How do I put out that best version of myself? How do I break down the barriers? How do I let go of fear? How do I move forward from the past? How do I get more confidence? 100% has been through my own personal development. It's a non-negotiable. It's like brushing your teeth in the morning. I hope you do that. It's a non-negotiable thing for me that even if it's just 5 minutes a day, whether I'm listening to something as I'm, making breakfast or brushing my teeth, or my newest thing is going for a run and listen. It's cheaper than therapy, going for a run and listening to those Brendon Burchard podcasts. Something, as much as you fuel your body, you've got to fuel your mind. And I'm telling you, that is the ticket when you're stuck in a rut, when you're not sure, when everyone's saying no, especially in this coaching business, we hit those times where everyone says no, everyone's turning you down. I always turn to personal development to help get me through it. So my favorite, as I said, Brendon Burchard's my favorite. Go for No is like a short, like 80-page book that I got through in like a day and a half. And again, it helps you take those things that look like failures or those no's and turn it into a stepping stone and realize that really that is pushing you forward. So Amanda, I don't know if you have your thoughts about PD.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I absolutely agree. It's a non-negotiable, in my life. And it's something that I was actually fortunate to learn at a younger age. It's been something that I've been doing for a long time. And I certainly credit that to being able to really follow my dreams and make things happen in my life that without that constant kind of self-evaluation of myself and what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be in the world, I wouldn't be here today. And so I would encourage you to think about, just like we talked about in earlier lessons, pulling back those layers on your story and your why. It's also about, as Lisa was talking about, breaking down barriers and peeling back layers on yourself. And, really think about, we're not taught this often in our culture, who do you want to be? Not what are you supposed to be or what does someone else want to be? Who do you want to be in this world? And what kind of a difference do you want to make? And not only will you have the support of this team to help you make those dreams a reality, but personal development is something that you can use in your own life in a variety of ways. Lisa mentioned there are podcasts that are free. There are books. There are lessons and seminars and online courses and things that you can do. And please feel free to reach out to either one of us for some recommendations on specific areas and specific individuals that you might be good for you to follow. There's also social media accounts and YouTube channels, and we can give you a whole list of recommendations. But I think the real lesson is, thinking about who you want to be in this world and what you want to do and getting the tools for yourself to go out and do that.
And Amanda, I just want to ask you quickly, because you did recently make like a pretty big, bold move.
Yes, I did.
Can you share a bit? Like, did PD have anything to do with that, or
Absolutely.
Just kind of share that?
Yeah, thank you for asking. I have been a nonprofit leader and executive for over 2 decades, and reached a pretty big pinnacle in my career pretty early on, both in a leadership role and in a financial role as a employee in the nonprofit sector. And I decided after I had my 3rd child, who's now about 4 months old, that in going through a personal development, really business mastermind group with Lisa, where Lisa and I met, personal development was a huge part of it, was that it really was time for me to take that big, bold step and become a full-time entrepreneur. I've always had a entrepreneurial business on the side while also having a regular 9-to-5 brick and mortar job as the breadwinner in my family. And the personal development was really what helped me see that I do have the skills and the heart and the hustle, to make it happen on my own. And so it was a very big, bold move. And I am excited that it is something that is making really a dream that's been a lifetime dream to be with my family and live life by design come true. So it's all possible, and personal development definitely plays a big role in that for me.
That's incredible. It just brought it to the surface. As you said, it had always been there.
Yes.
Just PD helps you realize that it is possible. And when you can bust through that barrier to go, why not? What
Absolutely.
if? Let's do it. That's when the doors start to open. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's gonna be your next bold move? What's gonna be your building a bold business? What PD are you gonna dig into? Who are you gonna search out? How are you gonna start building PD into your day if you don't already do it? Where can you fit it in? How are you gonna make it non-negotiable? It's gonna take you farther with those leaps and bounds. Let us know. #building a bold business. And thank you for checking out week 1, lesson 3.
Thanks, everybody.